really. But I realized when I was doing book tour, I would be standing up there reading my books, and people would be asking me, as if I was an expert, And really, what did I do? I just love to write, and so I sat down and wrote a novel. And so I felt this disconnect between me and the audience. I wanted to get down there with them and be like, well, who are you? Where do you come from? What do you like to read? And, what's your bliss? And that's when I started these salons. These started to work with people and do that for them. They always say that, like, if you want something, to receive something, which is, I wanted to receive the feeling again of bliss, then give it. And you will eventually get back to what you want. You'll receive what you want. So I started to give that to people. I started to do workshops where we just enjoyed the work. And nobody could say anything, negative. We just wrote as furiously as we could, and then we read it, and then we would tell each other what we loved. And I did this for kids, and I do it now for adults. And I also started working one-on-one with adults and helping them finish their book, focusing on the positive. What works in their novel? What's the vision? What was the intention when they first started to write it? And I found that I was very good at it, and the book started selling. People started getting contracts. I wasn't working alone, which was big, and I had a community. So, so that's what I did.
I love that. Realize that you weren't feeling good, that you had to go back and say, now, how can I feel good again? And it's through a gift of work, of sharing other people's work, helping other people in a way that can really benefit them and you.
Yeah.
And I just love that.
Yeah. It's almost like the spirit came through me because I was willing to do that. And so when I work one-on-one, it's this alchemy. I mean, it's an incredible bond that I have with these people that I'm working with that I never could have imagined. And it's in a way a lot more gratifying than working on my own.
Suzanne, any advice that you want to give for people who want to follow their dreams and slide into their sweet spot?
Oh, God. Well, I just think go for it. And I think the main thing is, the universe works on an interesting, timeline. Like, we sort of have this idea that it's going to happen right away as soon as we get the sort of motivation. But it takes a little time, It's like she said, sort of pray to catch the bus and then run as fast as you can to get it. And make your plans. Have that beautiful fantasy. I mean, if you have the fantasy, it's going to come true if you keep the intention sort of as your focus point. But allow for yourself to make sacrifices for it and think of it. I mean, I would think of my writing as really like a relationship. Like, oh, I sacrifice for my writing because I love it. I might not get health insurance, but I get so many other things from it. So thinking of your goal or your intention or your, going towards that sweet spot as sort of a relationship with what are you giving to it, If you want bliss, if you want the sweet spot to come to you again, how can you give to receive it and that sort of thing. But I just think when fantasies enter your head, then that's where you're going to. That's what they are. They're not just dreams. They're actually points that you're about to get to if you really want to. And also live in the now. Yeah. Have the intention, spend 5 or 10 minutes in your dream world of where you're going, and then be in the now. What's great about the now? What can I do to get to that point?
Yeah, what's the first step that I can take?
That's right. Now. Like what you're doing with your show.
Something that I can do right now to put the energy out there and then let it go and see what happens.
That's right.
Because if you just keep it inside, it's not going to grow.
That's right.
You have to put something out there and then let it go and see what happens.
That's exactly right. And never worry. I don't think you should worry about whether you're going to get to this fantasy place, this goal, this whatever that popped into your head. Just throw it out like a boomerang to the universe, and every time you worry, just think, oh yeah, I'm already there. I'm already going to be there.
Thank you so much. Now, where can we find out more about you, and do you have a website?
I do have a website. It's www.suzannekingsbury.com, or you can look me up under my first book, The Summer Fletcher Greer Loved Me, or under my second book, The Gospel According to Gracie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's so great. And good luck with your show. I think it's amazing. I think you might be an Oprah in the making, but better.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Okay.
reading palms.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if you could read my palm.
I would be happy to read your palm.
Which palm?
Never
would you
done it
like?
on TV before. Well, I'll start out looking at both of them.
Okay.
But anyway, I have my way of reading it. So we'll see.
Okay.
What happens.
This is really cool. Everybody should do this.
The reason you were put onto Earth is exactly what you're doing right now. Yeah.
So I'm kind of doing what I'm supposed to be doing,
You
like what
are.
I was born to do.
Yep.
Whew. Boy, I've been trying to figure that out for a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right, that's great.